Alright guys, just so y'all know, if y'all stay in the chat please, here's the address. It's 3300 Waters Road. It's either going to pop up as Houston or Pasadena or both. So you can have guns, knives, scissors, video recording.
You gonna be on TV?
Yes, you might. Yeah, have a good day.
You too, honey. Just give me a good side.
This only applies to commercial purposes here. That applies to commercial purposes. We are for news purposes. Where do they have it? I gotta have it in there somewhere. Shoot on this way. Yeah.
At 568 feet from the window, 5.
Hey, what's up, Sweet Tea? How's it going? They have self-help computers here? What the actual hell? Sorry if I'm a little shaky, guys. I haven't eaten anything today. I've been just going since last night, so. Not an exit. It's a nice office space here.
Are you authorized to be recording here?
Yes. Yeah, it's quiet back here. Up at the front, there's more people.
Ticket 565 to window 15 and 565 to window 15.
here. Right here.
Oh, I'm just taking some video. I'm gathering some content for a story.
You can do that.
Yeah, for news purposes, I can. Oh, I'm not here for you, man. I'm just making sure that they're doing their jobs right. That's all. Ooh, I had to drop my shit. You having a good day? Oh, okay. Oh, here we go.
Ms. Brenda Watson, please visit window number 40. Brenda Watson to window 40.
How's it going?
Ticket?
Huh?
Have you checked in?
No.
Okay, you have to check in
For what?
to be seen.
Huh?
You have to check in to be seen.
I don't need to be seen.
What are you here for?
I'm just gathering some content for a story.
So, second?
Gathering some content for a story.
Okay, what type of story?
I can't divulge that information right now.
Okay, well, who bothers us? They don't want you in here videotaping.
That's not their call.
So, all right, can you come to the
Federal,
front?
yeah.
Can you do the supervisor?
I can show you right here where it says that I can.
Okay, come over.
Okay.
He said he's going to show us.
Yeah, right here. This poster on the wall. Okay. Do this all over the country. It's completely legal. Rules and regulations governing conduct on federal property. Okay. This is federal law. Okay.
Okay, but what does
And it
it
says
say?
photographs for news, advertising, or commercial purposes. I can take video for news purposes in building entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when for news purposes.
Okay, what's the areas again?
Entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums for news purposes.
All right.
And this would be a
So
I
what
mean, I
is
guess
this
it'd be-
considered? This not a lobby or a foyer or a vestibule.
Notice how this poster is around the corner in a corridor. I think it's a little funny that this guy doesn't even know what a corridor is. It's a corridor.
It's just private. It's private because we have
It's not private. I can 100% guarantee you this is completely
Well, it's-
legal, and I'm not going to leave. I'm going to conduct my story. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, but this is the law right here. I've educated you.
and
If you
this
move,
side-
hold on. If you go any further with this, it will cause civil litigation. Okay?
Okay, look, and did you see the sign at the front door saying you can't
Yeah, go
record?
ahead and go.
All right, guys, so the wording on this sign states that you need written consent. That stands for what I'm about to read to you as commercial purposes. Section B, space
occupied by tenant agency for commercial purposes only with the written permission of an authorized official of the agency concerned. This sign does not apply for news purposes nor non-commercial purposes.
That's for commercial purposes.
Okay, want to leave?
Well, I mean, I just don't need you conducting an interview whenever we have
I'm
private
not doing an
information.
interview.
No, I don't need you videotape when we have private information.
I can walk up and down the hallways, the corridors.
And where the policy contradicts the law trumps.
Not when we have interviews being conducted. It's private. It's
Then do
private
it.
information
Then
being
take
given.
it in the back. I'm not here for other people's information. I'm here to conduct my story, and then we'll be
All
done.
right, but we have to protect the privacy of our individual claimants that are here.
I don't know
They're
what to tell
giving
you.
information.
I honestly don't know what to tell
So I
you.
can ask you to go to the.
Okay,
if
so
you
let
wanna
him
go
ask
to
you to
the
leave.
lobby, yeah.
So I can ask you to go to the yeah.
Did you hear that? She just said, I'm going to ask you to go to the primary lobby, guys. And then the security guard goes ahead and asks me to leave, which there's no reason for me to leave since I'm not done conducting my business. Also, take note, guys, that they were never had an objection with me taking video down the corridors if people weren't there. They just had an objection that people were there. That is their problem.
No, I'm not going to leave.
So you're refusing to leave?
I'm not refusing to leave. What I'm doing is completely lawful. There's no reason for me to leave this whole lobby or building.
No, I'm asking, but the manager of the property.
And what's her name? She didn't even identify herself to
You
me.
can ask her when that's free.
Okay, well.
So she actually leave, you're refusing though.
So the sign, official signs,
What is an official sign?
right, so that's, I get it, there's a sign there. The sign clearly does not comport with the law. And what's so telling is this word lawful direction of federal police officers. I don't know if those guys are police, but their directions, if they're telling him he can't record in the areas where he was that are not prohibited by law, then their directions are not lawful.
I'm not refusing to leave, but there's no reason for me to leave. I'll leave when I'm done. Yeah, and the signs are specific for tenant agencies. You need consent, and then there's one here that says consent. This is for non-commercial, commercial, and then news purposes does not say anything about consent. And there's a specific reason why it goes A, B, and C. So for non-commercial purposes, commercial purposes, news purposes. Those are specifically different, okay?
Yes, sir. Who window? 17 for down.
Yeah, I know it's okay to breathe oxygen. It's just they're not gonna stop me. I'm trying to be more professional. What's up, Papa Chuck? Thank you for being in here, buddy. Much appreciated.
Look how this employee just gets up and stops doing what he's doing.
Oh, it's not over yet, guys. As most days, I say I carry it. I have it right here. It's the Pocket Constitution. What's up, News Now, Victoria? On page 23, specifically on mine, page 23, that's the First Amendment. Fourth Amendment and Fifth Amendment. I don't know. I'm waiting for this guy to come back and do his job. If y'all just do their jobs and leave me alone, there wouldn't be any issues. But the manager of the, hold on, forget it. I'm not static. The manager of the facility is the one trying to tell me that I can't go and do it. Got a looky-loo. He's peeking. It's completely lawful what I'm doing. There's nothing illegal about what I'm doing. I'm in a public space conducting a constitutionally protected activity. No, not yet, gray dude. He's not going to do his jobs. He's not going to do his job. He's just going to stay hiding behind the door here. He's going to hide behind the door and not do his job. Which, if you're not going to do your job, there's cameras all over this place. We can get this camera footage. No, I'm not waiting for the police. I'm just taking video of the windows that are open. What's funny is when I was walking in, there was a mother and a daughter, and it looked like I guess the daughter was like a teenager or something. And she was like, "We're not going to end up on TV, are we?" I said, "Yeah, possibly." So, we'll see.
Yeah.
This lady does the same thing. She just stops working altogether because there's a camera pointing at her.
Who are you with?
Myself?
Okay, no, but
You can't record other people's conversations.
are you here with another government agency or?
I'm with myself. I own my own news company.
Okay, all right. You cannot record other people's private conversations.
It's in public.
No, this is our private. This is not public. This is a federal building, and these are federal grounds.
If they're telling him he can't record in the areas where he was that are not prohibited by law, then their directions are not lawful.
This
Yes.
is not public ground.
This is public.
No.
It's taxpayer funded, sir.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to leave, or I'm going to ask the security guards to remove
I'll
you.
leave when I'm done.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. These are people's private conversations, their social security.
They're in
numbers,
public.
record it,
Cats
put it in
Cats
public.
v. US states that there's no expectation of privacy in public. I'm not here for them. I'm here for y'all. I'm here to make sure that y'all are.
Hey, we have a person with a video camera at window 38. Could you please remove him? Thank you. Well, I'm very sorry for this. Okay. No, it's,
Yeah, they could put doors right here to make it an enclosed office space, but they don't want to do that. Yeah, it looks like right now they're refusing service to these gentlemen here.
we have 30 people at the window. Like, it's an active
Yeah, they said they're calling FBS.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let her know that you'll be there in a few minutes. Go ahead and close your window. We'll get back to friends.
So where do I go? Just sit here? Yeah, you can sit.
Wow.
Or actually, do you want to go have a seat in the lobby?
I'll sit here and wait, whatever.
Well, they're closing the windows. Can't provide service. Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it, guys? There's cameras all over this building, but because I'm a journalist gathering content for a story, I have to, they have to close the windows and stop providing service to people, huh? It's very interesting. See what they're doing down here. Close the windows here too? Wow. Wow. We pay them to do nothing. Well, no, I can, I was talking. I just don't like talking when I'm back there. I don't speak unless spoken to. So, good contact.
What's going on?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself? I wish these employees here would do their jobs, but I mean,
Police? What do you want them to do?
employees do their jobs.
And what is that?
Serve the public.
In what capacity?
No, they're not doing their jobs.
How's it they're not doing their job though? They're serving.
They're not serving anybody. They're just closed all the windows.
Okay, what their job here is to protect this place and take care of the Social Security office. That's who they work for. So I mean, who else do you want them to protect?
I don't need them to protect anybody. I need them to do their jobs. Well, are you talking about these guys or the employees back here?
Well, that's what you're complaining on them, right?
No, I'm not complaining about them. I'm complaining about the employees at the Social Security Administration.
Okay, and what do you want them to do?
I want them to do their jobs.
All right. Why don't you just go? Why haven't you applied to come work? Maybe you can kind of help them out. They might
Oh,
be
I
short-handed.
don't want to work here. I make more money doing this.
Okay. Well, then how you complain? Maybe they're short-handed, right?
No, they just close their videos, but they just close their windows because they don't like me taking video.
Okay, and if their boss says maybe they're short-handed, so maybe they're backed up, and maybe you doing this causing somewhat of emotion might be even slowing them down. So people who probably do need help can't get it because now their window's got to be shut down because obviously they don't want you here.
That doesn't matter what they want. It's public property.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you go look at that sign on the wall, like I showed them, what I'm doing is completely legal. So.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, they don't really want you here, though.
That's a goddamn misfortunate problem.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, with them obviously not wanting you to be here, all right, is there a reason why you don't want to leave? Or is there a reason why you don't?
When I'm done conducting my business and you educate them, telling them that I'm legally allowed to do this as a First Amendment Constitution protected activity, to gather content for a story, then yeah, sure, I'll be. Yeah, I'm gathering whatever I want to gather. Yeah.
Well,
for public dissemination.
Like I said, you keep saying people are not doing their job, right?
Yeah.
So they're over here trying to do their job and have you removed.
Well, I'm not saying that they're not doing their jobs,
Okay.
but they need to understand
Security
that
office
this is federal property. They said FPS was coming. As I understand it, y'all don't have jurisdiction on federal property. So, what are you doing here other than talking to me?
Okay.
What's your purpose here?
Well, obviously my purpose here, right?
What's your name and badge number, please?
Perkins, and it's 5203.
Drews?
Officer Jenkins.
Cool. Do you think you should have PT standards to be a police officer? You think you could chase down a suspect for a mile?
Yeah, you want to race?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What's yours?
What's that?
Your name and badge number?
Montreal, 4679.
Cool.
So like I said, obviously, us having to be here, having to do with you, right? So you're asking what my business is here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're here in the city of Pasadena. I work for the city of Pasadena.
Yes.
And right here, even though this is, you can say a federal building, right? Mm-hmm. It's still in Pasadena, right?
It's not in Pasadena, it's a part of the federal government. So would you say, if you worked in D.C., right, Washington, D.C., it's its own little, territory?
Right.
If you were a D.C. officer, you think you have jurisdiction in the White House?
No.
No.
You
It's
don't.
federal property.
Right.
Yeah.
That's because they have their own department as well.
Yes, they have the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah, Secret Service and Secret Service.
Yeah, Department of Homeland Security runs all that. It runs the Federal Protective Service, which is a branch off of the
for Secret Service.
Yes,
that's Department of Transportation. Actually,
What's your goal?
So you're wrong there.
Is that what you want? You want HSI to come out, or you want Federal Protective
they
Service
obviously
to
didn't come out. They called y'all because they said FPS was on the way.
Right.
They didn't say Pasadena Police Department. They said FPS. So I was waiting on FPS because it says right there on the wall, I'm legally allowed to do this. I can even show you where it says it if you would like me to do so and educate you a little bit. And then you can say, well, there's nothing we can do. He's not breaking the law in any sort of way. Just deal with it. I mean, that's what you can do.
Oh, cool. Why don't you show us? And
Sure.
If you want, you can also leave if you want to.
Oh, I'm not going to leave. Thank you, though.
Because at that point, you made your point clear, right?
I didn't catch this the first time very well, guys. But you hear that snarky comment? Well, you know, you can show us this and then you can leave, right? Because then you would have proved your point. No, my point is to be left alone while I'm exercising my constitutional First Amendment right to gather information to put a news story together. That's what I'm doing. That's the point of this exercise.
So
No, but my point is to be here and finish conducting my business and my story. But right here, it says photographs for news, advertising, or commercial purposes, okay? There is Section A, Section B, and Section C is the only one that applies, okay? You can read through the whole thing if you want, but Section A is for non-commercial purposes, Section B is for commercial purposes, and Section C is for news purposes. Commercial purposes, or non-commercial purposes, and commercial purposes need consent, okay? And that's what that signs on the door says. You need consent to video in here. For news purposes, I don't need consent. I can gather content for my story, unrestricted, except I can't go into like the non-public areas.
How are you identified as a news source?
Well, right now you got about 133 people watching live on the internet. So
Okay, right, but the casual observer, how are they going to identify you as being the press? Do you have any identification that identifies you as the press?
is there an
So
administration?
you can validate that you are following those rules?
Yeah, any person with a camera phone that has an audience to disseminate a message to is press.
But I don't know that.
Well, here, I got a pocket constitution for you. Look up on page 23. It's the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. It says freedom of press.
I've got a constitution.
You sure?
Yes.
You don't seem to understand it.
We're not arguing the merits of the Constitution.
Yes, we are. That's what this is.
We're discussing being able to identify you as somebody that is following the rules.
Okay, hold on.
Here's our problems, Mr. Serrato, me and you specifically. We're both rules followers.
Right.
You're a Navy guy, Army guy, Air Force brat. I was raised to follow rules. And that makes us good at bending to the will of authority that sometimes other people don't feel like they need to bend to, and they test the limits. And Mr. Lewis is testing the limits. And so I have to, as a judge, set aside my own nature of being a rules follower and actually follow the rules.
Just to show you and the people watching at home. I think it's page 23, I said, right? Yep, let me make sure here.
What is your name, sir?
I don't give my name. Not breaking a law. Here. Page 23, First Amendment of the United States Constitution says we have freedom of speech,
Very good, yes.
freedom of press, freedom of religion. There is no administration. This is my press credentials right here. This is my press pass.
Did you serve your country in any nature at all?
I'm doing it right now.
You've put yourself in harm's way.
I put myself in harm's way every day. I put myself in harm's way.
How are you doing that by
fighting for these rights.
antagonizing law enforcement, antagonizing people that are trying to conduct business?
I'm not antagonizing anybody.
If we're here, obviously somebody is concerned.
Their butts are hurting. Maybe they should get some preparation.
Why are their butts hurting?
Well, they just don't like the cameras, and that's not my
Why
problem.
would they not like the cameras?
Because that's not my problem. I don't know. I don't have a problem with the camera. You
So
come
you
in
don't
while I'm doing
mind-
business.
you
I don't care.
You don't mind causing people discomfort and causing a distraction and causing chaos for the sake
I'm not
of
causing
what?
chaos. I'm not causing.
Why are we here then?
Because people's feelings are hurt. You're not feelings enforcement. You're law enforcement.
This is one of the tricky parts about doing this job, Adam, is that you can feel a certain way, but the way I feel has nothing to do with the law. which is why I always focus in on ruling according to the law. Because once we get people ruling according to their feelings, we have a system of justice that's inconsistent and unfair. And so, I may say something aloud so that people understand exactly where I'm coming from, but I want them at the end of the day to understand the law prevails here, not anybody's feelings, mine or anybody else's.
And as a federal law, this is federal law, I am not breaking any. So you should just tell the people, say, hey, look, there's nothing we can do. I'm sorry you're feeling upset. Can't do anything about it.
Do you have friends and relatives?
Yeah, I think everybody does.
If they are at your house and they are starting to cause some sort of a disruption, do you not ask them to leave?
That's on private property.
I'm talking relationship-wise here, human relationship.
The human relationship.
So it's
has
okay.
no-
You feel that you're right to cause problems and discomfort for other people.
I'm not causing any problem. Well, okay, I don't care.
Again, we wouldn't be here unless
problems.
somebody called with concern.
This is one of the tricky parts about doing this job, Adam, is that you can feel a certain way, but the way I feel has nothing to do with the law, which is why I always focus in on ruling according to the law. Because once we get people ruling according to their feelings, we have a system of justice that's inconsistent and unfair. And so, I may say something aloud so that people understand exactly where I'm coming from, but I want them at the end of the day to understand the law prevails here, not anybody's feelings, mine or anybody else's.
I don't care. I really don't care.
So you don't care.
I'm to the point in my life.
You're apathetic, but yet you're trying to propose yourself as being somebody that is.
I'm neutral on the subject. I'm neutral. I don't care. It's none of my business. Whether they feel hurt or upset or whatever.
The memorandum of policy and procedure states, hey, we know folks are now coming in to do this. Let them do it. Let them do it. It is uncomfortable, but it is permitted.
Do you have FPS coming?
I called them.
Cool. Maybe they'll educate you. Maybe you should go look up a DHS memo from 2018. It's actually from 2010. It was unredacted in 2018 and released to the general public. It says that you can do this. It's the same thing. This says just in a more laid out form.
I am just trying to understand why you are doing this. What's the benefit?
I'm gathering content for a story.
Yeah, what's the benefit?
I can't discuss that.
So you have no real valid reason if you can't discuss it.
I'm a journalist. I'm gathering content for a story. Do you go to KHOU 11 News and ask them what the hell they're doing?
Yes,
what their
I do.
stories? You ask them what their stories are.
If they show up on one of our scenes, yes, I will ask them what that story is
And they don't have to divulge it to you.
No.
Gotcha, bitch.
But more often than not, they will, because that's the open communications in which we have with them.
Yeah, that's with them.
And
I'm
I am
different.
more than willing to have
I'm different.
open dialogue.
I'm different.
But you don't want to have that open dialogue. You want it to be...
I don't care. I'm not doing anything wrong, so... Not doing anything illegal.
I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong.
Gotcha, bitch.
Then why are you here? You are a law
Somebody
enforcement
is
officer.
concerned. If you
Then go
feel
explain to
uncomfortable, if you feel uncomfortable somewhere, and you call us, guess what? I'm going to come.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Whether it's an actual criminal offense or not.
This is one of the tricky parts about doing this job, Adam, is that you can feel a certain way, but the way I feel has nothing to do with the law, which is why I always focus in on ruling according to the law. Because once we get people ruling according to their feelings, we have a system of justice that's inconsistent and unfair. And so, I may say something aloud so that people understand exactly where I'm coming from, but I want them at the end of the day to understand the law prevails here, not anybody's feelings, mine or anybody else's.
Yes, you have a call for service.
And that's why I'm...
And then there's nothing going on here. There's nothing nefarious. There's no criminal activity going on. Okay. So your job is done, and so you can leave.
Gotcha, bitch.
Once again, I'm just kind of wanting to hang out.
Listen, buddy, that's all you do all day long. You hang out over your pants. You also hang out over over the back of your shirt. I mean, you're hanging out everywhere, buddy. Not to mention, you're just going to waste taxpayer dollars by sitting here with a man who is not breaking the law.
He's requesting someone from your
I don't want anybody from FPS to come out. I want them to come out here and explain to you that this is legal. They can do that over the phone. So.
But you see how it just doesn't, it doesn't lend itself. I know you have a specific target audience that you're working for, but you ask for my name and badge number. Ask for his name and badge number, his name and badge number. But you refuse to identify yourself.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I don't have to.
Okay, then why should I have to identify myself?
Because it's in your policy.
Because I'm a public servant.
Yep.
He must feel like being a public servant is the best thing on the planet, because with that attitude he's giving me, I mean, he just must feel like he's God's gift to kingdom come.
Okay?
Yep.
I'm out
That's
here
why.
serving the public, and the public is upset that you're here taking pictures. Some people
I'm
don't
sorry.
want their pictures taken.
The memorandum of policy and procedure states, hey, we know folks are now coming in to do this. Let them do it. Let them do it. It is uncomfortable, but it is permitted.
Call the ambulance. That's what we call for whiners.
Some people don't want their picture taken. So if I followed you around with a camera all day, you'd be cool with that.
I don't have an
Yes
issue
or
with
no?
cameras. I don't have an issue with cameras.
Okay. Yeah.
That is 575, please, from the window. 5.
Okay. We'll try that. All right. The agent would like to speak with you on the phone.
Sure.
Here?
Okay.
Okay.
Last name Fernandez, come back to window 3. Last name Fernandez, come back to window 3.
Trying to see if I can put you on speaker. Are you on speaker? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to hold the phone?
Sure. How's it going?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How's it going?
Hey, it's going okay. What seems to be the problem, sir?
Well, these officers here and the security officers here don't understand that people are allowed to gather content for news stories in the building. They just don't understand that. I'd just like you to educate them on it.
Okay. But the only thing is that you can do that in the lobby area for public access, but you can't go by the interview windows because of Personal Information Act.
Alright guys, so I went online and I looked up the Personal Information Act. And it pops up with this. This is the Freedom of Information Act. This guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's the actual thing, but what it says right here, and federal law, correct me if I'm wrong, says for news purposes, you can take video in building entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditorium for news purposes. It doesn't say anything about,
Are you a
private
news
news.
reporter?
Yes. As I said, I'm gathering content for a story.
Do you have identification and support that you're a news?
Yeah, I've got the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. It says everybody has freedom of press in this country.
Oh, you are not the press, sir.
I am the press. I am gathering content. I actually got 200 people watching right now, live, on the internet. So I am actually currently disseminating a news story.
Okay, but are you filming folks at the window? Because you cannot do that.
I'm taking video in public, and as I said, there's no expectation of privacy in public.
It's not a problem with you filming in the public areas.
Gotcha, bitch.
But at the interview windows, that's not a public area.
There's nothing saying it's not public. It's wherever the general public is allowed. I am allowed to
So let
be.
me put it this way: if you're being interviewed by a SSA rep, would you want somebody to know your information?
They could put doors up. They could put curtains up.
To know your information.
It doesn't matter. I can hear it if I'm sitting in the window next door.
Yeah, but you can't.
I can write it down.
You can't.
What if I can do this? It's completely allowed and legal for me to do it. What's your name so I know I'm speaking with?
You cannot do that, sir. It's not a problem with you filming in the public areas.
If they're telling him he can't record in the areas where he was that are not prohibited by law, then their directions are not lawful. The memorandum of policy and procedure states, hey, we know folks are now coming in to do this. Let them do it. Let them do it. It is uncomfortable, but it is permitted.
I am legally allowed to do this. You need to educate your employees. I just read you the federal law. If you'd like me to read you the CFR code, I can.
Okay.
It's Title 14. It says Part 102-74, Subpart C. That's what's on the top of the page, okay? And then if you go to photographs for news advertising or commercial purposes, the specific code is right here. Hold on, it's really small print. 41 CFR 102-74 420.
So let me ask you this: when you're filming, are you listening to folks' information or not?
I'm gathering anything that I can see in public. I'm not here for people. I am here to make sure that I'm here to record the employees. But if there's somebody in the shot, I'm not going to not record the employee because somebody else is in the shot.
How many people are going to be disappointed when we close this?
Okay.
So, I mean, it says that I can do it right here. I just read you the CFR code. I mean, there's nothing illegal that I'm doing. I'm conducting my business in a very nice manner. I was actually sat down and was waiting for somebody from FPS to come out here, but they called the local police department, which has no jurisdiction on federal property. So I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, there's a signed agreement with them, huh?
They do.
Alright guys, so this public records request was done by somebody else. They sent it to me. They said they saw what happened to me and they wanted to get public records pertaining to the incident, which I always encourage anybody. If you want to get public records, it's your right to do so. Alright, so there were 3 records requested. The first one is the Memorandum of Understanding between the Pasadena, Texas Police Department and the Social Security Administration located at 3300 Waters Road that gives the police department the authority to arrest somebody on federal property. Then they also asked about what is the Texas state statute with description for trespass on public property, not the statute for trespass on private property. And as you can see, guys, there are no responsive records to that request. I wonder why.
Okay. All right, I'll be requesting that record. So anything connected to the.
She's going to close the office. She can't jeopardize
Not a
people's
problem,
privacy
sir.
rights.
All right. Well, I'll let you have Officer Monreal.
Without the chief.
Okay.
That's what our option is at this point.
Okay. So y'all are they're gonna close down the office because I'm taking video in public, which is legally allowed.
Here's the problem. You're infringing on people's expectation of privacy.
There's no expectation of privacy in public. Cats v. U.S.
When I give somebody my private information, just like HIPAA information,
that's for doctors.
There's an expectation that when I have these private conversations with an SSA employee, that information is not going to be available for the world.
Cats v. US says you have to create your own privacy, even in office spaces.
By you filming around the corners behind people and stuff like that, that puts people at unease.
The memorandum of policy and procedure states, hey, we know folks are now coming in to do this. Let them do it. Let them do it. It is uncomfortable, but it is permitted.
I wouldn't want you filming behind me when I'm talking about my private information.
So just to be clear, what I'm about to say is a hypothetical circumstance, not what I was actually doing, as shown by the video.
Well, if I sat and hid myself away in the corner and listened.
Why would you do that, though?
I'm just saying.
That's a nefarious act.
Yeah, that's nefarious. I'm doing it openly. I'm not saying I did. I'm saying I'm doing it openly.
Why are you doing it openly?
The memorandum of policy and procedure states, hey, we know folks are now coming in to do this. Let them do it. Let them do it. It is uncomfortable, but it is permitted.
Because I can. It's legally allowed to do it.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean it's right.
This is one of the tricky parts about doing this job, Adam, is that you can feel a certain way, but the way I feel has nothing to do with the law, which is why I always focus in on ruling according to the law. Because once we get people ruling according to their feelings, we have a system of justice that's inconsistent and unfair. And so, I may say something aloud so that people understand exactly where I'm coming from, but I want them at the end of the day to understand the law prevails here, not anybody's feelings, mine or anybody else's.
Okay, so just because you can arrest somebody doesn't mean it's right either. Doesn't mean you should. Yeah, we need to get rid of qualified immunity. I don't care about people's feelings. I follow the law.
Obviously you don't.
Yeah, I don't care about people's feelings.
Obviously you don't care about people's feelings.
I don't.
No. You don't care. What if we don't care about your feelings?
You don't have to care about my feelings.
Yeah. I don't care about your feelings.
That's your right, sir. We all have the right to have our own opinions, and that's what's beautiful about this country.
Oh yeah, we have the right to do all that.
Yeah, we also have the right to freedom of press.
Yeah, as long as it promotes a left-wing agenda.
A left-wing agenda? I'm not political, sir. This is completely non-political. Yeah, we're completely non-political here, guys. Sorry, guys, I was talking to that gentleman, or actually he was speaking to me. Here, get this one.
579 comes to window 3. You get that 579 from the window 3.
You like it?
Hang on. All right. Ready?
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, you can sit on this and spin. There you go.
All right.
Bam. There you go.
Hello, how are you all today?
I do okay, and you?
Good.
Look at this intimidation fail. He could have easily just stepped outside of the doors before these ladies walked by, and he didn't. He wanted to intimidate me, so...
Yeah, don't delete those. That's public record now. If you destroy a public record, you're violating the law. Hit that like button, guys. We got 228 people in the chat, and we got 144. Hit that like button, guys. Throw it up there.
All you care about is that. All you care about. Don't tell me you care about anything else.
I do care about the Constitution and our laws.
Sir, you wouldn't know a Constitution if it was sitting in front of you, sir.
Actually, it's sitting underneath my butt.
That's what you think of the Constitution.
This man does not understand the difference between a fact and an opinion. The fact is I had a pocket constitution underneath my butt, in my back pocket.
No, it's actually a pocket constitution. Would you like to see it? Maybe it'll educate you. I can show you right here.
I need education.
Yes.
I really need an
You do.
education. What country do you come from?
I come from America.
America?
The United States.
Well, wait a minute. North, south, or central?
Doesn't matter where, brother. We're all one people.
There you go.
We're all one people, man. We're a
Well,
country.
if we're people, then why do you not care about the regular people?
I didn't say I don't care about regular people.
You just told me that.
Go ahead, sir.
You just told me that.
What I have consistently said is I don't care about people's pesky little feelings. Their feelings do not trump my rights, so I don't care about them.
You don't care about anybody. You're here for your likes and your little... Hit that notification bell.
I'm here to disseminate information to the public.
Wow. And your information is correct.
Absolutely,
it's
correct.
Is ex cathedra.
I don't know what that means.
Well, learn a little Latin, idiot.
Wow. You know you're being watched by at least 300 people right now, right?
I could care less. I
Okay.
could care less.
Well, when you end up on the
You didn't ask
internet,
my
I hope...
opinion. You didn't ask my
Sir, if you see this, which I hope you do, just know that I love you. Because even though you're ignorant and you want to stay ignorant, people that like to stay ignorant make great content. So thank you, sir. I love you.
I don't need your permission. You're in public. Cats v. United States. How about you go look that up and educate yourself? Learn a little case law.
You like to think you're superior to everybody and smart.
No, I don't. I just know
Why are
a
you
little
talking
about...
down to me?
I know a little about a lot.
I'm against your actions.
Well,
I'm not against you. You make comments only about my persona rather than my actions.
You're the one who called me an idiot. I'm telling you to get an education. I can show you right here where it says it's legally allowed to do so.
When you speak ex cathedra, the Pope speaks ex cathedra.
I don't know what that is.
From the Word of God. Okay, is that who you think you are?
This is from the Word of God. We have unalienable rights that are given to us by God, the Creator. Okay, so if you want to quote religion to me, this is given to us by God.
Any religion.
You just quoted the fucking Pope.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
The Pope speaks ex cathedra.
I don't know what that is.
From the Word of God.
Gotcha, bitch.
No.
Oh, whatever.
When the Pope speaks.
I'm done speaking to ignorance. You want to stay ignorant the rest of your life? Stay ignorant.
Oh, but if I believe what you believe, then I'm smart.
You can stay ignorant. Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yep.
Without people like you, that's bliss. You're a fool.
Says the old man wearing the mask.
You're an old man who's seen more than you'll ever know. And
I
seen
bet.
everything.
I bet.
You don't say which America you're from. You're not from the United States. What country do you come from?
I come from America.
America?
The United States.
Gotcha, bitch.
You're an enemy of this thing.
Actually, what you're describing, you're the enemy, sir.
Oh yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you serve this country? Did you serve this country? Did you serve this country?
Eso come mierda, stupid.
Okay. You have a good day.
Vete pa'l carajo.
You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Do it again.
Digach. Espèce de stupide. Espèce de moron.
I believe that's Italian.
Got anything else?
Da. Vi знаете, когда вы можете пойти. Вы знаете.
Anything else?
Хорошо вы знаете.
Is that it?
I believe this is Czech.
I love you too, sir.
You don't love anybody, not even yourself.
I love you too.
Come mierda.
You have a great day. I love you, sir.
Come mierda.
I hope it gets way better.
Bakbas. That's what you are, bakbas.
Okay. I got some Preparation H in my vehicle if you want some.
Bakbas hai.
Akbatsi. Then you're wrong.
Is that all? He's got nothing else, man.
Yeah, I did bakbas.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if he's cussing at me or what he was saying. I don't care. You know what? I'm gonna finish doing my thing. If they're serving people, I'm gonna go do my video. I'm not just gonna wait anymore. Let's see how they do. Probably. They're still not serving the public. They're still not serving the public here. Telling people to go away. Oh, they're there. What? I don't know.
Rosa Sepulveda to window 7. Rosa Sepulveda to window 7.
They're still not serving the public. Where are they serving people? They must be serving them up here. You're not allowed to smoke on federal property either, guys.
Okay guys, so they weren't helping people in the back, so I moved up here, and it looks like they're doing business in the front, which means that even if I sat in this lobby, I'd still be getting people doing business. As the judge said, there's people sitting in there, I can sit in the lobby and take video of them doing business, so there's no difference, guys. There's no difference. I was exercising a constitutionally protected activity, and these cops just don't understand or just don't fucking care.
That lady just gave her phone number away.
Okay guys, I was in an area where I wasn't getting anybody's personal information at all, and then I come up to this lobby and I get social security numbers, phone numbers. I mean, Jesus, leave me back where I was.
Right, Jason.
Ticket number is 591, come to window 3. Ticket is 591, come to window 3.
I'm going to go ahead and ask that you leave the property. You have no business to conduct.
I am
here,
conducting
so-
business right now.
Okay, so here it goes. This is the manager. The manager's gone ahead. She's giving you a trespass warning to leave the premise.
All right, if I don't leave, you're going to arrest me?
That's correct.
Okay, cool. What was your name again?
Officer Jenkins.
Officer Perkins, 5203.
What was your name and badge number? Sorry, just say it again. Name and badge
Officer
number.
Jenkins, 345.
Okay.
Officer Perkins, 5203.
Okay.
Officer Monreal, 4679.
Okay, what's the reason for the trespass?
So right now you're being criminal trespass, okay? What happened is they've told you to leave, right? This is public. The manager of the establishment has gone ahead. They told you to leave.
They said it's not public?
I said this is public, but the establishment has gone ahead. They told you to leave this place.
So you're going to violate federal law?
Okay.
No, I'm just saying. So you're,
All right,
you're going
how
to do
about
this?
If you don't like it, when you go to court, you can let them know.
No, I'll leave. I'll leave. Yeah, I'll leave.
We've already gone ahead. So can you put this down?
No, you're not touching me. I'm leaving. I said I would leave. I'm leaving.
You were given.
No, I said I'm leaving. No.
Now that you're going to jail, you don't want to go.
No, I said I would leave. I said I was just getting your name and badge numbers, and I said you're going to violate federal law. I was leaving.
Turn around.
Come on.
I've already given. Come on.
I said I would leave. Come on. Do not pull it out of my pockets, guys. Come on.
Well, I don't want to mess it up.
I do not consent to you going in my pockets. I do not consent to you turning off my... I said I would leave.
Go back out this way.
I said I would leave. I said I would leave. I do not consent to you taking that off my social media. Perfect. I said I would leave. Why aren't you letting me leave?
You should have left the first time.
I was trying to.
No,
you had me blocked in.
You were playing.
The lady,
You were playing games, my friend.
I was asking you if you were going to violate federal law, but it said right there that I can do this.
You don't like it. You disagree with me. You have your time.
I was just trying to get your name and badge.
I already gave it to you earlier, and it was already recorded when you gave it to me.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I have a horrible memory. That's why I do that.
That's why you recorded. What is your name and date of birth, sir?
I'm not going to do that. I have not done anything illegal. This is an unlawful arrest. I do not have to give my ID unless I've been lawfully arrested.
So you're refusing to give your name and date
No,
of birth?
I'm not refusing to give me your name. I'm not refusing to give your name. If you can cite the law that I have violated, I will give it to you. I have not violated the criminal trespass law.
Really close to violating failure to identify. So you're gonna give me your name and date of birth?
I'll give it to you. This is just unlawful. It's just an add to lawsuit.
Perfect. You know, I think you know your number. Your text ID number.
Very hot. Can you turn on the AC?
I'm about to feel that too.
Can you turn on the AC?
Tonight.